Merci, mon petit garçon. That's thank you, my small boy. That's the only thing I've learned so far.
I can speak French. Baguette. Croissant.
Fuck.
Croissant. Fuck me in the croissant.
Okay, alright. No.
It's been a long time, friend.
When
for
we
several
originally
years.
started the script, your main focus was Koztent content and TikTok accounts. You during almost 2 years.
Now I scroll passionately.
Oh,
Your dentist is a liar. I can't stand poor people. I
Taste
like
the
leads. Eat for your throat.
Oh,
It's
bro.
definitely a really beautiful act of kindness. Sorry, that's such a juxtaposition.
I am transcending time.
No, actually, I think we've got horrible attention spans, and it was part. You just had to be there. You had to be there. Yeah, I know. Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
cuckoo.
this guy. Yeah, I think he should die.
know?
He's really
Yeah.
boring.
Okay. Start earlier, can.
Get on.
That's a good one, bro. This is going to be studied. This podcast
There's
and all
gonna
these
be-
outtakes will be studied by
There's
some
gonna be
class.
coursework on us.
Yeah. Now, see, when you see this, these are symptoms of insane people, maniacs, loony bins. Like, get them locked up.
Only one of these two patients actually got better after the
Yeah,
release of
yeah.
Borderlands 4. The other one has just been jerking off in a field for 4 days.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Forgotten Podcast. I'm your host, Catman Joe, and I'm joined here once again by none other than the cynic himself, Mr. Mass Cynic.
What is up, pro gamers, pro fucking bait, pro abortion neighbors? Very cool. I'll probably just say hello in the actual one.
Today, I am extremely happy to be interviewing someone.
You don't fucking sound it, brother.
Today, I'm extremely happy to be interviewing a longtime friend of mine who I've known for now over 8 long years. We've worked together over the years on many different projects, and he's been one of my personal best friends and biggest supporters since day one. He's a successful Canadian YouTuber, TikToker, entrepreneur, and of course, most of all, entertainer, who across all of his social media accounts combined has an accumulated following of well over 1 million people, making him one of the largest guests we've had on our show yet. On top of that already insane number, his handsome mug of a face has been viewed more than 85 million times just across his 2 main YouTube channels and over 100 million times across his TikTok accounts where he holds the majority of his online following. With his main YouTube channel Koztent surpassing 140,000 subscribers and his most recent channel KodaGives reaching 60,000, we thought it was high time that he came on our show to let his massive following get to know the creative genius and of course social media expert behind it all. Please give a very warm welcome to my good friend Dakota, or as you probably all know him, Koztent or KodaGives. How you doing, bro?
Is that just me,
to the
or?
show. That's just you, bro. You're on here, bro.
I think that is your name, right?
Yeah, it is. I'm almost
No,
certain,
no,
right?
I can't even hear him.
Oh, what? It's like, what? He's just like, oh, I can't hear at all. Just deaf at the minute, like. Well,
dude, hold up.
I thought he was fucking with me. I can't lie. I actually thought he was fucking with me. I was like, wait, is he fucking with me?
I'm gonna have. You know what? I changed my fucking mind. I don't want this guy on my show. These fucking guests these days have all been fucking shit with quality. They come on here and they're like, "Can I film on me fucking PS Vita?" No,
Yeah.
fuck off.
Nah, fuck
Get
it.
off.
Are you
Bro,
good, bro?
bro,
You
okay,
good?
I can't even hear Joe. I don't know what's going on there.
You can't hear me? I am like 10 out of 10 the most
Can
important.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
You can't-
I ignore
Bro,
him,
this
but
is-
he's fucking
it's
with
shocked.
you.
It's
He's fucking with
shocked.
you. He's doing sideline
It's
with you. He's
shocked.
fucking with you.
You're fucking
Bro,
with me. There's
he's,
no.
I'm not. He is, yeah.
Bro, yeah, no, I hear it. I hear the whispers. I can hear you.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, are we all good now? Can you hear
Yes,
me? and
it's
stuff like
broken, bro. I'm just gonna
Wait.
sit here.
that? I can't tell if he's fucking with me. I can't tell what's
I
going
can
on.
feel like the edit zooming in or something.
Yeah. Can you not hear me at all? Or can you hear me like lightly? He's just nodding his head. This is fucked. Please give a very warm welcome to my good friend Dakota, or as you all probably know him, Koztent, or of course, KodaGives.
How's it going, everyone?
You know, that is like honestly, undoubtedly, I think Joe would agree, like the most awkward thing we have on our show. Like I love
Bro,
it.
it is.
But, like,
It's terrible.
It's so rough being like, please give everyone welcome, then you're just sitting there as a guest.
Just
like,
put me in the limelight. Yeah, it's just like,
hi.
here, your turn. It's your turn.
Your turn, bro. Say your
No,
piece.
no, thank you, boys, for having me. I appreciate it. It's been well overdue, so I'm glad we can
dude,
finally
yes.
hash this out.
Definitely,
it
bro,
done.
100%, man.
Yeah.
I'm really, man, I appreciate you coming on here. For anybody wondering, by the way, Koda, if you guys don't know, he originally came on actually way back now, 2 years ago, in June of 2023, which is kind of crazy for us to really fathom.
Yeah.
We're all at different points in our lives.
That's
so it's different
wild.
what's going on. It's crazy, man. But originally, what happened is when Coda tried to first come on, is a little bit of context. The first time we tried doing it 2 different times. The first time, Coda, your camera was having issues. I think it was like there was. I think you said someone.
Bro, there was a lot. There was a
Something
lot.
had
It
been
was
bit, like the cable had been ruined.
my
So you had to order a new
cat.
camera.
My
That was what it
my
was.
cat like chewed the camera cord that went into the back of the camera.
Yeah, that was
so,
it. Yeah, 'cause I remember I was
just
trying to
couldn't
get all
work.
set up, and because you had a good camera, like, really expensive, and you were
Yeah,
like, let me
the
get set up.
DSLR, like a good
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I
It
just
was
recently
mad
sold that one.
expensive,
But
dude.
yeah,
And you were like, let me go check it out, and then you found the camera cable had been bitten through it. And then the second time, it was like the next week, Joe, you were having Wi-Fi issues. I don't know if you remember. Like, you were
Yeah, I
really,
think I
really
was
technical
hiding under
issues.
the desk and screaming about that.
Yeah,
actually.
me and Coda were just sitting laughing, and then what ended up happening was because we couldn't really make it work, the recording after that, everybody ended up being busy. We just made those 2 episodes essentially into one as like a weird kind of, I know, I guess mix of both, and that
yeah, it
became episode
was
48.
kind of
Which is
like
kind
a
of mad.
pre-show. It was like a
Yeah.
pre-show to this one.
Kind of, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
It wasn't
With
even
a
any of the
2-year
questions or
waiting
anything.
list.
Yeah,
Literally,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
The
for anybody who's
cliffhanger.
interested, we episode 48 is the episode that never happened, I believe it's called. That actually is already out. That's been out for now 2 years. That is kind of what this was meant to be way back then. So we're finally here now, 2 years later. It's great to have you on, Coda, once again, man. I really, really appreciate you coming on, and hopefully the phrase "third time's a charm" is 100% true, and hopefully we can have a
Man,
good run at
I
this one.
hope.
Here's praying, man. Well, we'll just jump right in with the first question. And I kind of want to begin by just saying, because it's been 2 years since you last joined us, you've changed a lot, obviously. You've
Oh, yeah.
switched online projects multiple times. So for our first question, I just wanted to ask you really simply, what have you been doing online lately?
Oh man, that is a question. Honestly, as you know, I have like crazy, I don't know what you would say, like ADD with my endeavors online.
To say the least.
So to say the least, yeah, like I'll perfect something, or I'd like to think that I perfect something, and then I just move on. So recently, we actually just launched a music licensing company for YouTube creators. So
Oh, wow.
that's mainly what I've been focusing on. But honestly, like recently, YouTube kind of cracked down on that, so it's not making as good of revenue for creators. So
Oh, damn, man.
basically, now I'm kind of thinking I'm going to be getting back into story content.
Right.
So I
back
don't know
into
if
the
you
content
remember.
creation cycle.
Yeah. So I think, what was my handle? I think Koztent
Koztent. Yeah,
might have been,
you've
where I
had
was doing the
three.
stories like, hey, like
It
the
was,
traditional
yeah.
like the top bottom format.
Yeah, that's
So
definitely, yeah.
exactly. So that's what I'm recently going to be getting into again, probably within like the next week once I get an editor. So
Oh, wow. Nice, man. Nice, dude.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, obviously as well, like this isn't really part of our question, but obviously, of course, you kind of downscaled a little bit in terms of equipment and stuff. Do you think you'll move back and get some of that equipment again to make higher quality, or do you think it works fine with what you have right now?
Honestly, no. I think like the most success I've had on social media is just using my phone.
Oh,
As
wow.
funny as it is, maybe like I don't know if you guys are familiar with those like the mics that plug into your phone, the
Yeah,
Boss
the little
or
ones, like the
Bose
tiny
mics,
ones.
yeah, the small ones, just
They
like
look
those.
so cool.
It's cheap. I think it's like $100 Canadian,
Wow.
and
And
it
you
does
just
the
plug that in,
trick.
that's good. Yeah,
You
man.
just plug it in.
If it works,
Yeah,
that's great.
it's
Yeah.
universal too, right?
You say downsizing though. He just said he's going to hire an editor. It's
Well,
like-
yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
But Coda's done that before. Coda, you've worked with editors and stuff before.
Oh
haven't you?
yeah,
Like,
all the time,
previous-
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most
Made
part.
life
But
a
like
lot
I did
easier.
used to have like the full setup. I still have like my lights and everything for the studio. I do want to turn this office into a studio. I just got like the sound panels back there.
Yeah. I can see
So
them. They look
I
great.
guess in that sense, I am going to be ramping back up. But as for like the camera, the DSLR camera,
Maybe not. Yeah.
probably not. Honestly, I don't like how raw and like it's almost too good, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like I kind of like
the
that
quality.
personable, yeah, like the personable
Yeah.
feel of a phone.
Yeah,
if that
you're
makes
not
sense.
trying to produce like what would be, I guess, on par with say like a TV show or something. You're trying to be a
Yeah, or
lot more
like
kind of
Dylan
connected with the
Page.
viewer.
You guys know Dylan
Yeah,
Page?
I think
Yeah,
I've heard
like
of him before. Yeah,
it's crisp, it's unreal, but it's a different vibe. I
It
It
guess you
almost
could say.
feels
Yeah.
too personal in a weird way. If
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah,
Too up in your
yeah.
face.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's crazy you've been working on obviously providing music, of course, to creators and stuff like that. Can you tell us anything more about that? Like how did that all start? How did you get into that? Because I've never really known you as being someone who was kind of into producing music.
Yeah, so basically I got to give huge thanks to Dan and Ron, my coworkers. Basically they're the guys, I don't know if you know them, Joe. You might.
I know of them.
I might
yeah,
have mentioned
yeah,
them a few times. So
yeah.
basically, like, to tip my hat to you, you were the guy who introduced me to social media.
A
But
little
these
bit, sure,
guys,
yeah.
yeah, but these guys were kind of like the guys who introduced me to like the science of social media, if that makes
How
sense.
everything
So like,
works behind the scenes. and
exactly,
stuff.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, so like breaking it down, like how to go viral and everything you need to know, like the back end stuff, the business side of it. So basically, I started working with them with my story pages, and we ended up, I don't know, like maybe 2 years down the road now, I think. We ended up opening up this music company where we pretty much split revenue that we earn. So we produce our own tracks, upload it to YouTube, and we'll split the revenue that we earn with the creators. So it kind of
Oh
like
wow.
incentivizes them to use our tracks, if that makes sense. So
Right,
it's like
okay.
they're not losing anything, right? It's just they're going to be using music on their tracks anyways, and we do custom tracks. So like if you came to me and you were like, hey, like I like this track, I want you to make it, we'll do that for you. And so it's no harm, no loss. Like
Damn,
that's the
man,
thing.
damn.
If that
I mean,
makes sense, yeah.
no, totally, yeah, totally. That is quite a crazy thing because obviously jumping from, more, I guess you could say educational, but more like entertaining kind of like content where, like you said, like you're giving, facts or tips or
It's
whatever
more
it may
like,
be.
yeah, it's like the content side and then like the business side
It's a
type
total
thing.
different thing
Yeah.
here. You know what I mean? So I mean that's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. So is it just you, Ron, and Dan? Did you say? Yeah. Is it
It's
just
me,
you
Dan,
guys?
and Ron. Yeah, we're
Right. Yeah.
yeah, and then we have Catherine,
Right.
another business partner as well.
That's
So
awesome, man. That's really
it's a
awesome.
four-man operation, but prior to that, like I've been doing business with these guys for years. Like
A
I said, like
while.
we did drop
Yeah.
shipping. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, you done what you done
Yeah,
the KodaGives stuff. Obviously, they done stuff similar and
KodaGives,
stuff.
that was another
Yeah.
thing. So that was like the in like real life walking around, helping people
Yeah.
out, trying to get charities going and stuff like that. And that was awesome. But that it gets sketchy. Doing that type of content, it can be sketchy. It's rewarding and it's really fulfilling, but at the same time, it's like you'd have to be in it. It's scary. It's scary to
I
be
can
doing it.
imagine.
So
We
yeah.
actually are going to bring it up, obviously, in probably just a little minute,
Mm.
in fact.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
Joe, if you want to jump right
Oh,
in
I was
there,
going to say, like, we've already kind of, you
it's kind
you
of
kind of
perfect,
spelled in
actually.
for us,
Yeah, it's
really.
actually
But
brilliant.
Fair
when
enough.
we
Good.
when we originally started this script, your main focus was your Koztent, YouTube, and TikTok accounts, which basically is verbatim what we've said.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
over, English, it's too hot in here, man.
It's
It's
good.
37 degrees. It's 27 degrees.
It
Sorry.
happens.
But yeah, when we originally started your script, your main focus was the Koztent YouTube channel and TikTok accounts. But during these 2 years since you last joined us, you started an incredibly humble and generous new online project called KodaGives. Now, correct me if I'm wrong with this brief description of what you do, but from our understanding, you go around giving homeless people food and ask them about how they got to where they are and what advice you'd give them in their younger selves if they could. It's definitely a really beautiful act of kindness, and subjectively, is some of the nicest content online. What made you want to start doing this, and what has been the most interesting story you've heard from someone homeless thus far?
Ooh, that's a good one. So basically, what got me into it is I recently moved to Vancouver, the city I'm in now, and it is riddled with homelessness, drug
Oh, wow.
abuse, all sorts. It's a beautiful city, don't get me wrong, but when I first moved here, it's kind of embarrassing to say, but like, I almost want to say I was judgmental of those people, or like you kind of like, oh, that like he's homeless. It sounds terrible, but like, oh, he's lazy. Like, go get a job. Like
Well,
that
yeah,
type
just
of
get a house.
mentality, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
no,
So
but it's kind of like the premeditated prejudice that a lot of people
exactly,
have.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when you start talking to these people, because I was going out downtown all the time, when you start talking to them, you realize like they're just like you or I. Like they are exactly like us in most scenarios, but they're just in either bad situations or maybe they are addicts. But at the end of the day, that's still someone's son, their like daughter. They're still human. So basically, I got into like I was just exploring my city because I moved here, and I got into talking to some of these people, and I honestly became friends with some of them.
Oh, wow.
And basically, I don't know if you guys have seen all my content. One of my favorites, I would say, his name is Gary. So I don't know if you guys saw this video. There's a guy that lives by me actually right now. His name is Gary, and he has a dog named Luna.
Right.
She's a pit bull, beautiful dog. But she had to get surgery. Her back legs were I forget the medical term. Oh, I can't remember. Anyways,
They weren't working.
yeah, they weren't working. Like the back legs were like seizing up, and obviously he's homeless, so he doesn't have the money. So basically, me knowing how to get views on social media, I thought, hey, I'll start a GoFundMe for him, and we'll fund the surgery for him.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like where it's not started, but like there's more like mini cases of that. Like I traveled to Calgary, another city, and did the same thing for a guy. But basically, what got me started with it, to cut it short, I know I kind of rambled on,
No,
Mm.
no,
is
you're fine.
just wanting to help people in the city I'm in because I saw kind of how much it's in shambles, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
It's very
and how
very
much these people
communal.
are struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like because I come from a small town, right? So I'm very like open and personable with people. So like I want to go and talk to them and hear their story. Um,
Naturally.
yeah, naturally. So it just like it just kind of came to me, I guess you would say.
I mean, continuing on from Joe's question about KodaGives and staying with this for a second, I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you, like, obviously, while we're talking about it, why have you seemingly kind of quit the KodaGives project? I know you kind of alluded to it being a little bit like there's some stuff that happens behind the scenes, but I
There's
mean,
multiple.
the project found substantial success. I mean, obviously, I don't have
Yeah.
to tell you that. You know, you gained between both your YouTube and TikTok accounts alone almost 200,000 followers and over 100 million views. I mean, dude, that is phenomenal. And you've even been
Thank you.
mentioned in
Yeah.
online articles alongside other creators like Ron and Ron Gives, of course, and
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
Shadan as well. And clearly, you were getting somewhere from it. But with the last upload being from back in September of 2024, and you of course deleting all of the KodaGives shorts on YouTube, even rebranding the account, it just seems like you walked away from the project. So
I did, and
Totally.
there's multiple reasons for it. Like I was saying, it was getting dangerous.
Oh,
In the area that I'm in is called East Hastings.
right.
That's in the city that I'm in. It's like really bad. Like you walk down, it is like just the sidewalks are full of people, and they don't want to see someone with a camera coming down. You know what I
Oh,
mean? So in that
right.
sense, it was
Okay.
really sketchy. I had a guy get my face and actually try to go at me with a knife. It like
Oh, fuck,
it's
man.
just, yeah, it's not, to me, it was like, as much as I want to help people, this wasn't the way
You,
to do it anymore. It was
yeah,
more, I
It's
should
not
be,
worth that risk. There's definitely areas of
exactly.
London like that as well.
Oh,
So
yeah,
in the
yeah.
yeah.
UK, yeah.
Yeah, it's scary. Yeah. So like the proper like way to do it, I guess, would be like going out and actually just volunteering, like at food banks. Don't have a camera
Yeah,
on, just go, you know what I mean? So it's not like putting them in awkward positions. Cause like at the end of the day, I don't want to like I was recording people because obviously I needed to fund the content in order
the
for me to help.
philanthropy itself. Yeah, you're
So
trying to,
yeah,
yeah,
but it's like at the same time, like once you start doing it and you start like becoming friends with these people and hearing their stories and like you see other creators that are making this content online, like there is so many creators online that are completely faking it
oh
and it's
God, right?
disgusting. So it's like, oh man, it's so like it puts a sour taste in your mouth. It's like almost I don't want to be a part of that. Like even though I was never like extorting people or like
No, 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 no,
trying
no.
to there's
But
people
yeah,
who are like paying people to hop in a dumpster like to start out the video and then like
It,
dude.
I'm not going to name names. I
No,
know the
no, but
guy,
like yeah.
but
it
Wow.
it's
kind of
like
reminds me
yeah,
of. I don't think I was even conscious or alive at the time, but it
yeah,
reminds me of the. Do you remember? Was it bum fights? That
Oh,
bum
I
era
think I've
on
heard
the
of it. I
internet
think
where like
they
so
there
on
pay
was
Twitter.
homeless
just
people to
going,
fight each other
yeah,
and
yeah, they'd
whatnot.
get these like
Yeah.
homeless guys to
Oh
fight each
man,
other for money, and it's like
Just
they would
oh,
obviously
it's
do it,
terrible. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, and get like
yeah,
tattoos of stuff, but yeah, no,
yeah.
yeah,
it's just
it's brutal.
disgusting.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
honestly, it's not. It's a very it's a hard niche to feel good in about yourself or you know does
Mm.
that make sense like
No,
it
totally.
feels
Yeah.
very scummy because
Yeah.
of the community what they've
Yeah,
done basically.
because there is bad actors in the community, you don't want to be
Yeah,
labeled like them or with them. And I think Joe was going
exactly.
to mention something that kind of
Mm.
follows on from that.
Well,
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, you honestly might as well just have access to our script at this point because this is. I'm gonna just start talking about that grey area because I
Yeah,
think I'm gonna mess the word up, but philanthropy
philanthropy.
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
very, especially with the homeless and less fortunate. I think is always kind of like, oh, you are filming them, so let me just read it
exactly.
verbatim as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
although it's hard to imagine, but then again, I also think it's becoming more of a
Common.
common standpoint now. Is
yeah, yeah,
it's hard to imagine how anyone could criticize someone helping the homeless by giving them food. There have been people online who have called what you do exploitative or degrading, as
yeah,
you essentially are using them for views.
yep,
How do
yeah.
you feel about that? Like when people say that, or do you agree with that viewpoint at all, or do you just,
Honestly,
yeah,
I don't agree personally with me. I think every single video that maybe when I first started, not so much. Every single person I approached or were in a video, I asked for their consent. I talked to them. I said, "Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm doing it." Like, and there was times where I would be recording. I'd go up to them. I'd offer to buy them food, and they didn't want to be on camera, and that's fine.
Right, right.
I would shut the camera off and still buy them their food, get
Of
them what they
course,
needed
yeah.
continue on with my day. It's not like I'm not holding them like at gunpoint or like at ransom. Like, hey,
If you want the
you need to,
sandwich, take
yeah,
the
if you want
camera.
it, yeah,
Like,
yeah, say
yeah,
the line. Like that.
yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that like
Other
pissed
people are
me
doing.
off. Yeah, where
Yeah.
that's what put a sour taste in my mouth. So yeah, it's personally, I don't think I do get it. Like there was a lot of people online, a lot of comments, even in like my videos saying, "Oh, I'm exploiting them," all this stuff. But if you went and talked to these people, they wouldn't say that. Like it
No.
was, yeah,
It was
like
totally
they
consensual. They were like, yeah,
exactly.
like
It
we're
was
cool
getting to
with
the
it.
point where I'd go out there and they were all pumped up to see me. I was pumped up to see them. Like I said, it was like I was becoming friends with some of them.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's yeah.
it was lovely content, man. I gotta say, like, I binge watched all the KodaGives stuff, and I think
Hey,
Joe watched a
thank you.
bunch of them as
Thank
well,
you.
dude. And no, dude, it was like some of the most wholesome content because I know you as a person, Coda. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I've known you, you know, for 8 years now, which is bananas to say out loud. But you
That
know,
is
like,
wild,
dude,
yeah.
it is wild to say it loud. Eight or
Jeez.
9 years, but yeah, for the entire time I've known you, you've always been a very generous guy. You've never been, you know, one of these people who's just out for himself. You always try and lift up the people around you. And you care about them. You show love to them. So
Okay,
I knew
thank you.
that wasn't the type of person you were, but definitely there is people, like you said, in that community that are bad actors, that are just using the homeless. And it's
Exactly.
a shame
Yeah.
that you could potentially be labeled with that kind of stigma. But
Yeah.
also as well, I mean, like you said, it's not even just that's a label. But if you're potentially putting your life at risk by, you know, interacting with people that maybe aren't in the
Yeah.
best mental health, they're not in the best mental state, and they're carrying knives or stuff. I mean, dude, there's limitations.
It's scary,
to it.
man. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, fair enough, man. Well, moving on from talking about KodaGives, I wanted to talk about something that I've been seeing you do a little bit lately, that I
Okay.
personally got to say I don't honestly agree with, but I'm intrigued to hear your thoughts on it.
Yep.
Not too long ago, you deleted all the content you'd have ever, you'd really fully uploaded on the Koztent YouTube channel and started doing AI generated content similar to what Ron was doing, or Ron Gives.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just kind of a new thing I've been seeing that the people you're working with they're doing as well.
Yeah, yeah.
What made you want to start using or start doing AI content? And do you feel it's wrong in any way, or that it dilutes the value of the creator? I'm intrigued to hear your thoughts on that.
To a certain extent. So we went through a stint of doing like gameplay video and stuff like that. I don't know if you've like seen those videos. You might have
I
like
have,
story.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
still story content, but it was like the
But it
gameplay
was
in the background.
yeah.
Yeah, so basically, so with the Koztent channel, that channel, I don't know if you guys have seen, I've tried to revive that channel,
A couple
just
times
posting
I've seen
stories
it.
a couple times, and it just doesn't
Yeah.
work out. So basically, what we were using it as was just like a test, kind of
Oh,
like a
just
test
to
account, as
see
sad
how
as it
things
is.
go.
Yeah,
No,
it
no,
was.
it's
So
fair.
yeah, and like I don't know, that's not really like the AI you're referring to, right? You're more talking
I'm
about
talking
like
about the
the
more recent
raw.
stuff. Yeah,
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 so
yeah.
with that, yeah, it's definitely it's not as rewarding, you would say. I think the reason we're doing it is obviously for time efficiency,
Mhm.
and for cost. So the cost of like editing and stuff like that is obviously drastically lower. The time thing is huge when you're doing 4 videos a day. Like I'm sure you guys know, being content
Yeah,
creators,
yeah.
it's a lot. So that's one thing I'm still kind of like battling with, is because I was honestly thinking of making an AI version of myself and still researching the stories and stuff like that, but
But having it AI voiced and stuff with the thing.
AI
Does is
voice and
that
an
not
avatar.
does that not like come across as more effort for something less valuable though? In my eyes, I find investing in
Maybe,
like a mod, like, because you can always put a camera up, right? Like I know,
yeah.
like I don't know, I just find I don't mind people that do it. Not my cup of tea. But surely it doesn't bring the same value you would want out of something you're putting on the internet, right? Surely.
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
does not bring the same value. I will 100% agree with that. It's not like going back to like the personable
Mm.
thing, it's not personable at all. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
strictly, but like just to think of it this way is like, say you're feeling like $1 million one day. You look great, you got a
Mhm.
nice, a nice outfit on, you make your AI model, okay? So that AI model of you is forever going to be stuck in that great, you know,
Great look, you
yeah,
look
great
great
look.
working.
So
Yeah.
wherever you are in the world, whatever position you're in, you can always go back and make content with that AI model. So
Yeah.
I think it's still this gray area because AI is relatively new.
Mhm.
Um, the thing is people are gonna use it and abuse it regardless. So
Yeah,
what we've
yeah.
always done as a company, as like a team, is like we've always tried to stay on top of trends, on top of different things, and I think this is just like one of those in the same
Yeah,
sense. It's just like
you have always been ahead of the curve. I will
we're
say
trying
that
to
for
anyways. So like, so we're testing. It's pretty successful, to be honest, so far. They're like, we'll see how it goes. But
yeah.
yeah, at the end of the day, honestly, like if I had the time, I would like to just record story content, myself, like me.
Yeah, and like what you've done in the past. Yeah.
Exactly. But I have so much on the go that I feel like AI is the only way to do it, but I still want to grow a page. So
I get you.
It
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
doing AI content because it's easy. When you do it though, does it actually feel rewarding?
no, it doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
Aw.
It doesn't
Yeah.
feel rewarding. It doesn't because you're not doing it.
Yeah,
You know what I
somebody
mean? Like
else
you're
is.
not the one telling the story. You're not the so
Yeah,
in
you're
that
not.
sense,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not good. But to grow the page, to get it to a point where you can step in as your real self, that's kind of I think the way we're viewing it, if that makes sense.
So
I
would
will
the
say. Oh,
oh
sorry.
sorry,
Go
go. No,
on.
no, feel free.
Okay, I was just gonna say before I hopped in this call, I watched one of your AI projects.
On
Okay.
It
Koztent,
was
yeah.
it was
Oh,
very all over the place.
Yeah, 'cause it was like an AI story. It was about the potato.
Yeah,
If you know what I'm
about
talking
which
about.
one was it?
potato.
Was it
Uh,
the animation?
Yeah,
yes,
the animation of the
yeah.
Oh
guy with the
gosh.
potato, and
Oh
we
gosh.
were
I'm
like,
sorry
What
you had to see that
can
brain
I
rot. That's
I want to
oh
understand your chemical imbalance and why that exists. What was
that's
that?
a fever
um
dream.
yeah, a fever dream. No, personally, so this was a team project, but I
Oh
love
God.
animation. I love
Right.
animation. I love like I don't know if you guys have seen like Meat Can or is it Meat
Of course,
Cannon
Meat
or Meat
Canyon,
Cannon?
Canyon. Yeah,
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 so
yeah.
I
I love
love that
that.
Definitely.
style. There's a few like that, but I love that, and I wanted to. Obviously, I didn't go to school to do
Animate.
that to animate
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I've been trying to like self teach myself on what is it, Illustrator and stuff,
All
but
right.
it's
Yeah.
hard, obviously. But I did hear, well, they said that you could use AI to create these animations. Clearly, you guys saw it's not consistent. It's just brain rot like mush. But I
It
tried
was
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I tried it.
Yeah.
That was the best version that came out, and I was like, you know what? Like, fuck it. I'm just gonna post it and see how it does.
It
Yeah.
is kind of amazing how much AI can do, but also as well how far we're going with it. I mean, regardless of like if you're someone like myself or Joe or whatnot who is like, oh, I don't know, not to sound old fashioned, but like, oh, the AI, replacing content
Yeah.
creators, whatever. It's
I
kind
wouldn't
of
say
the
I'm
inevitable future, a little
anti
bit
it.
away.
I just think the way you use it really matters. I mean, like, I think it
Yeah.
is a tool and it should be used as a tool. It shouldn't be used as a complete creative substitute, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it should be
Like
used as something that helps the process, not
Yeah.
something that is the process.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
for example, like pretty much every single one of my scripts for the Ron page, that's ChatGPT or AI has helped me restructure it and write it in a viral format.
Oh
So
wow,
that's something like it's a prompt that I worked on. It's like a 3 page prompt
right,
that I plugged into it. Now it remembers and it knows almost how to write stories,
wow,
which is crazy because normally
that's
you would have to
mad.
hire somebody to go and source out these stories and then write it out, right?
Literally, man, literally.
Yeah, so it's like in that sense, I think as a tool, it's great. But like you guys
Mhm.
said, for content, it's very dull and
Kind of the gray area. It's kind of where we stand with it. Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
I
It's
don't.
funny because I do it and I'm in the same boat. I'm like,
No, yeah. But
yeah,
I mean, that
yeah,
it is what it is. I mean, I'm not sure if you're aware while we're speaking about AI. I mean, this is kind of new. I was telling Joe about this before we actually got you in here.
yep.
YouTube has just introduced a inspiration tab on the channel homepage or the dashboard area. I think it's only for some creators. You probably will have it if I've got it. It's in the
Okay.
video area, and it gives you generated video ideas and thumbnails and descriptions of the ideas. All AI prompt, all AI made thumbnails, the whole
Wait. So for
shebang
yourself, it's not
for
showing you
yourself.
other people's content.
It's going through like I'm looking at it right now. There's like four or
Yeah,
five ideas here, and I can refresh. I can tell them what we want to look for, whatever. It's
that is
phenomenal.
wild.
But what's crazy is it's making thumbnails and everything actual animated, like proper, well-made thumbnails that look honestly not bad. And it's kind
Hmm.
of crazy and almost somewhat scary how streamlined content creation probably is most likely going to become in the next couple of years. I mean,
Man,
regardless if
no,
people like it or
I would
not,
say by the end of this year, it's gonna be.
you reckon?
Oh, I guarantee it. Like it's gonna be so. The thing with us is like we've obviously I'm working with bigger creators. We've had the inside, like for example, Google VEO.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah, three, yeah.
what yeah exactly yeah what that can do for videos and stuff like that. We've had access to, you know, like a year before the public had access to it. So before it
Wow.
was so like there's things that are like gonna be coming out. It's gonna be just completely game changing. It's AI
It's
is like it's just on the snowball, and it's scary because I don't know where it's going to stop or if it's going to
yeah.
stop. You know, it's like one of those things.
I think the biggest fear for a lot of creators is, you know, nobody wants to be replaced, right? Like I never want
Yeah,
an AI to be that good it could replace me, but I like the concept of using an AI to help the process along, not to do the process, because
yeah,
I also do take joy in recording myself and speaking and stuff. But like
exactly. Yeah,
when it comes down to it, I like the idea of using it to help video ideas and even like perfect scripts and, like you said, even help make viral scripts. I mean, that's
yeah,
phenomenal.
yeah.
Definitely a good idea there. Definitely good.
Sweet.
I do think with AI overall though, I think like you said, it should be used as a tool, and
Yeah,
I think the whole being replaced thing is definitely important. But I also think the amount of people that are on the internet that don't like AI is so prominent that it won't get too bad. And also, if it does get too bad, how many people do you yourself sit at home and watch something completely AI made?
No, I wouldn't say, I
yeah.
can't say that.
Come on, boys. Bigfoot. You can't tell me you don't
Bigfoot?
watch the Bigfoot vlogs. Come on.
Oh, no,
No,
I've never seen that. Never seen it
No,
before.
no.
No,
you're
I've never seen it
joking.
before. I've
I've
never
seen
seen
one
it.
of them. They're the same shit.
I've
They
never
are,
actually seen it
bro.
before. I've got no
Really?
idea.
I'll have to
Never
send you
seen
this
Yeah,
after. I'll send you
but
one. It's
my other
good. It's good. That's the only
mm,
AI stuff I like. Sorry to interrupt though. Sorry.
that's all right. Yeah, I know. But like,
Yeah.
what I mean is like actual content, right? If you're gonna
Yeah.
watch a 20-minute video, you're not watching that for
No,
20
no,
minutes.
that's fair.
No.
That's
But
fair. Yeah.
my main thing I wanted to say, do you remember years ago when people were saying like, well, everyone's got a phone in their pocket, making stuff is so accessible? It's just that full circle again with the
Yeah,
added benefit of everyone's got a computer, everyone's got chat
Yeah.
yeah.
GPT, you know.
I
Everyone
think
has
that
Einstein in their pocket. It's
yeah,
like,
but
Mm.
yeah,
it's really
yeah.
about how you use it, and I think that a lot of people are going to be a bit scared of AI taking over and kind of being a bit too, you know,
But
sophisticated for
in
its own
that
good. But
same
it
vein,
depends how you use it. You know what I mean? It's not. I don't think
in
it'll
that
ever
Yeah.
same
really
vein,
replace content creators fully.
that everyone having a phone in their pocket, the reason the people that were famous are famous is because they used it in a way that people enjoyed it.
Yeah,
People will not enjoy purely AI generated stuff as much as normal people because that's just how people look. We're
it
such social
disconnects.
creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't like that disingenuous fake face, you know.
I think for short
No.
form content it can work though, definitely. I think Coda, you've been saying it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's working. I mean,
I
it is working
hate
there.
short form
Well,
content.
what I
I
kind of want to
love it.
like counteract that is give it 6 months. You're not going to even know what's AI and what's not. You're
I
going to
mean,
look at
to
a video of Dylan Page, for example, and it's
mhm.
not going to be Dylan Page. It's going to be fully AI, but there will be
You
no AI
can't tell.
artifacts. You won't be able
Yeah,
to tell. His voice is going to be
I mean,
perfect, everything.
the
So,
new Google, is it VEO? I forget what it's
3.
called.
Yeah,
Yeah, three. Yeah,
VEO3. Yeah.
that is like. I mean, there's some stuff that's been made with that that genuinely is fooling people,
Dude,
especially more boomers. But
the
even
news
my
stuff. Have you
yeah,
seen
dude,
that? That's
yeah, man,
scary. My dad, yeah,
it's
my dad
mad.
was sending me these texts like, "Oh my God, you see like what's happening in the world?" And I'm like, "No, like you gotta chill, relax. It's
Yeah,
just
it's not
AI because
real, but yeah, it's
yeah, it's the
so
news,
realistic,
fake
man.
news. Yeah,
So
it's scary,
realistic.
man.
So,
It's
like you said,
scary."
maybe in like a year, will that not be able to tell the difference, which is kind of scary
No,
to
yeah.
imagine.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, on the topic of going back in time a little bit,
Yep.
I just
Yeah.
thought it would be interesting to speak about some roots. The way in which you got introduced to Joe, from my understanding, was via the now dead platform Vine, which, for those of our
Rest in
listeners who don't
peace.
know, which by the way is very scary, that there's going to be a lot of people that don't know what Vine is now
Oh
because
yeah,
TikTok
yeah.
has been around for such a long time. But it was a short form video hosting platform where users could upload 6-second long looping video clips. The platform was founded in 2012, but officially released in 2013, which then grew to its peak with over 200 million users by 2015 and was the start of many successful online creators such as Logan Paul, Lele Pons, Daz Games, and many more. Sadly, Vine shut down in 2016, however, with many of its creators flooding to new platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. You've obviously now got big into short-based content, which your TikTok and YouTube Shorts have been highly successful. But do you feel like either of the platforms have ever recaptured the same feeling Vine once had? Do you think Vine could exist today and short form contents in this sort of
Oof.
landscape with short form
That
content?
is
It went
such a
German in the
good
middle of that.
question. Yeah, you did, you did. That's a great
Vine.
question. Honestly, I feel like the short form content nowadays is a completely different feel from what Vine used to be. That like Vine was like this quick adrenaline rush of just comedy or like, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, it was a
nowadays
totally
TikTok,
Vine
different
was
atmosphere.
raw.
yeah, it was raw. Exactly, it was raw. TikTok nowadays is like it's just brain rot, but you're glued to the screen because it's
And
like
you're
that
scrolling.
perfect Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that minute, yeah, the minute long videos like it used to be max. Now it's obviously raised, but like I don't know, it's just Vine was so quick. I remember like scrolling through and it's just like so like these bite size. I can't even describe it.
It was beautiful. Yeah, like I know
Yeah,
you
I
get it. I
loved
get
it.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, I can't
I miss
describe
it.
it. I
I
do,
don't
and I
think it
think
could
it would
exist
thrive.
today.
No, I think it could. I
You
honestly think it
reckon?
could. I do. Maybe it's just like a pipe dream. I hope it could. I know me
Maybe if
personally,
they,
I would watch it. I
Oh,
would.
same.
hmm,
I would
Yeah,
get into it.
but
I still use it.
I guess if you look at it like how social media is nowadays, if you look at it like at a business standpoint, and like maybe I don't think it would actually survive because
It's not financiable. Like you can't really.
it's not.
That was the
Yeah,
problem with Vine. That's why I shut down to begin with because it wasn't able to earn money. With even with
exactly.
TikTok, I mean, TikTok
Yeah.
has its own creator fund, but like that is in and of itself not
Yeah,
that
but like,
great,
where
is
do
it
you
not?
put the ads? Where are advertisers gonna?
If
You
it's
can't
6 seconds, I mean,
exactly. It's
yeah,
just there's no
no,
room to put anything in, or and if you put it in between, it's 6 seconds. So it's like
yeah,
you're
you're
putting
gonna
your
spend
six
more
second
time in
video and
ads.
exactly. So it's
So
like
yeah,
it
I just
sucks, but
I would love to see it, but I don't think it could work. And I don't
I
think
feel
I
like it could
mean
be really cool to have an app where you can't take anything from your camera roll and you have to record it in the moment, and
what
that's the
raw
only way.
live.
Yes,
yeah,
I think
that would be sweet. Yeah.
it could work. I don't think it would last as long, and I think people not because I don't think it would be unpopular, but purely because I know people would find ways around doing stuff
Yeah, yeah.
in the moment, and then it would become some hyper mass production
Yeah.
rubbish like
Yeah, that's
every
fair.
other social media has. I loathe short form content. I think it's really lazy, but I
No, I
think
love
it
it.
can really
I think it
it can
can.
contribute to bigger projects. I like
I
that.
See,
think
I think
I
opposite.
disagree.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
You
Well,
go
you
Mm.
go
ahead.
ahead.
No,
You
you
go
go
ahead.
ahead. You go
No,
ahead. No.
you're the guest. You say like,
No, I was just gonna say I feel like it's for short form content, yeah, you could sit down for long form and hash out a story, a 20-minute long story video. For example, like Mr. Ballin or something like that. And yeah, that's great production like production wise, but when you have to try squeeze that entire video and the feeling of that entire video
into
into
a
a short
minute.
form, exactly a minute, I think that's like an art form. And to
Yeah,
keep it engaging and viral, and that's like you need to know what you're doing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
No,
I
totally.
disagree to a certain extent. I mean,
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah, you maybe you take over, John.
No,
Then,
no,
yeah.
no. I agree though. Like it's you know, I think Vine had a beauty in it because it was so short. You had to be so quick. I mean, you hear that like 6 seconds. What the fuck? Not to be like rude, but like, what the fuck can anybody do in 6 seconds? But
A
please believe
lot,
me,
a
if you
lot.
watched Vine back in the day, there was a lot you could do in 6 seconds, and it was kind of the cool niche of it.
Dude,
TikTok being in a minute, that is so much more creative potential. And I mean, you can see how it works. I mean, Coda, you found substantial success because you've been able to condense down stories into a minute long informational video. I think that's so like it's great for me to learn new things and kind of not lose your attention span. But it does rely heavily on the attention span thing. I
Oh
feel
yeah,
Joe there.
yeah.
Can feel Joe aching to ask something.
oh no, I was just like really stupid. Ignore me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you said 6 seconds. I was like, bro, I could have sex twice. You know,
Oh
it's
my
like,
god, no.
but it's
All
like,
right.
no, but
Jeez.
seriously, I think with like short form content, and I get the perspective of hey, you can condense it, and it's like it's an art form. I get it, sure, whatever, but like surely there is so much more in a 20-minute video that goes really in depth about some things than going, oh okay, oh that was cool. Do it again. That to me is honestly a really depressing way to just
I
mind.
think
You don't remember these things either. You don't take it in as well. It's in one out the other.
in one year though, to be fair, you're
Yeah.
not totally wrong there, but that's kind of the point. If you're just trying to grow and stuff, that's why shorts and TikTok can be great because it's just so short, for such short form quick content that people come and go. Long form, yes, people are going to be more engaged, they're going to probably learn more, they're going to understand more, be more involved with it. But I think that to put it into kind of perspective, I don't think you can I don't think short form content devalues long form at all. I wouldn't say so. I think it complements it
Oh no, I don't
because
say
you can use
that.
it to no, I'm just saying you can
Yeah.
use it to help hopefully bring people in to watch a long form video.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, it's like the highlight of that long form video. Yeah, that's like one
Yeah.
thing that I think short form videos should be used for,
Exactly.
if that makes sense. Like, is to pull people into or like the best moments, like for like Joe, say your stream, like the best moments in your stream. You clip that together, make a story out of it, but then it draws them into like the full video,
Yeah, or the
if that makes
stream or whatever
sense.
it may be, and it hopefully
So
brings
I
more
get
people in.
that. Yeah, I get that. Like in that sense for like short form and long form, but like I don't know. I feel like like you said, like it's an art just to even squeeze that into a minute to keep their attention, to entice them to want to watch more. Like that is like, I don't know. Yeah.
It's rough. It's in and of itself, it's quite creative. I mean, I've been
Yeah.
trying to dabble with short form content. Ree actually was want to help me understand how to do looping content. You know, like a short
Oh
that
yeah.
comes back round and then it
hmm
flows. And that was really cool, and I love doing that. I actually really find that quite a fun creative process. Condensing a big part of a video into a small bit, a minute long.
I will give
doing
you a
that.
hack for that. All you do at the end is go, and that's why.
Well, no,
the
you
beginning
can
is,
do that, but
this
like
is how you do
normally-
this.
That's why.
But like normally you would, the way you do it is you would have at the beginning when you're recording the first bit of audio, and that's why, and then you would read the beginning, and then you chop.
That's
that
what I'm
and
saying. Then
flip
you
around.
loop
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But it's really cool. So, well, yeah. I mean, speaking about obviously short based
Who?
content, we're kind of going to switch over to a bit more long form content or
Okay.
long form entertainment.
Yep.
The current audience you built has been mainly from short based informational content. But what your audience might be surprised to find out is that you didn't always just make this style of content. Back in 2020, you were trying out YouTube for the first time, at least professionally or properly,
Oh,
and you were
man.
making Call of Duty War, and you know where this is going. You were making Call of Duty
Yeah.
Warzone content, such as tutorials on how to improve your game and glitches your
Yep.
players could utilize to give them an advantage while playing. And then also at that time, you were quite heavily playing the game, of course, Warzone, while streaming it on Twitch alongside friends and fellow streamers like C. Corey and It's Crone, where you were building a steady following and also, of course, competing in tournaments. In fact, obviously, I'm sure you'll probably remember one of the big highlights. You actually played against players like Tfue, Cloaksy, and won. Which,
Bro,
I mean,
how do you know that?
dude,
Wait, what?
magician. And he won, man, and he won, which is crazy. Now, obviously,
That
in
is
hindsight,
insane. Yeah.
we know that you eventually, of course, seem to have gotten a little bit bored with Twitch or streaming in general, moved on to doing other things such as TikTok.
Yeah.
But would you ever consider returning to streaming on Twitch or YouTube, and possibly even as a way to not only just continue building your following there, probably not much of one, but also connect mainly with your new fans and followers?
That's crazy that you say that because I don't know if you might have seen it. I've been into the game Rust pretty hard.
Oh, I've seen it.
Dude, it's bad. Like 5,000 hours.
Yeah,
it is
Coda-
a life suck.
For
Yeah.
anybody, not to cut you off, Rob, but for anybody
you're
listening
fine.
right now, Coda, I have got him on Discord, and all I see him doing is playing Rust. Like, I think he just sleeps with it on. Like,
I do leave it AFK. It's,
I
it's
knew it,
not
you
always
said-
all right, yeah. Like I'll be working, I'll have it up. So it's like I mean, most of the time I'm playing, to be honest. But like, yeah, 5,000 hours, it's
Wow,
pretty
man.
bad. And I've thought of honestly streaming it recently. But also recently, moving that aside, I actually have decided to hang it up at 5,000 hours and actually stop playing it.
What?
I have, yeah. So there's it's kind of like a decision I made is I kind of want to like lean more into like my business, not just the guys I'm working with. I kind of want to
Right.
start growing like a media based company.
Oh, wow, okay.
So obviously I need to that like I've been super busy with all of that. And I want to try and like grow some more pages, and I really want to lean into like the story content.
Yeah.
But going back to that, I definitely did think of streaming on Rust. I've been playing with a lot of Rust streamers and
Oh, wow.
just having like a great time, good laughs, and you kind of see just like your community how it's just that community feel. It's so fun. It's so
It's like a family, man. It's great.
yeah,
I mean,
it's like
I
an
love all the
escape
people there,
almost.
man.
Yeah, it's like an
Yeah.
escape. It's a great time. So like I missed that and I wanted that again, but it was getting too much with Rust. I can't keep doing
No,
that.
fair
Maybe
enough,
I'll come
man.
back in like a year after a break or something like that, but we'll see.
I'd love to take you up on stream with you on some Rust. I don't know if you know Twitch. I'm sure you probably do, but Twitch now has co-streaming where like you can
Oh,
play a
no
game
way.
and stream it, and others.
I
can
didn't
stream
know
it, and
that.
you guys can stream together, and all your views and your chats are combined. It's amazing.
Oh, that's deadly. That
I've been
is-
doing it for the first time with a couple of friends lately, which has been a lot of fun. It's really, really, really cool as a concept. So I've also got Rust, as you know. So I mean, I've
Oh,
never
man, you're
played
gonna
it
get me
on
back
PC.
into it. Oh.
I've never played it on PC, but one day,
Oh.
brother, we're gonna have to sit there. I'll download it. I promise you, and we'll stream it together. You
I'll
can
teach you.
try
I'll
and
teach you.
Hook me into it, man. Hook me into it.
Oh, I'll get you. It's all good. I promise.
Rust is the poor man's Hunt Showdown, but I do really like Rust.
No,
Rust
but-
is good.
Yeah.
It's toxic, but it's a good time. Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe.
The silence was loud.
Forgot
I didn't
the-
know if
forgot
you
the-
guys
yeah,
were going
that
to have a
was-
moment. Yeah.
That was too much.
That was
Anyway, flawless
Moving on.
transition.
Moving
You've
on.
created. Shh. You've created content, Joe. Naughty. You've created content over the years of a plethora of different social medias. Whether it be where you were doing comedy content on Vine, streaming Call of Duty on Twitch, doing photography on Instagram and
Yep.
Facebook, or creating entertaining YouTube and TikTok shorts. But your first actual taste of online success didn't start on any of these platforms. From what I'm aware, wasn't your first proper introduction to social media success a
I
Twitter
know where it's
fan
going.
account for Lance Stewart? But it
Yeah.
has since disappeared and had 1,000
Oh
followers.
yeah, that's buried. That is
It's
gone.
deleted into the abyss.
Gone. No, it's funny. That is like the first success, I guess you would say. It's the first time I kind of collaborated, I guess, with like a bigger social media influencer. Now, I believe it was like, I can't remember the names, Mikey Cap, Sabrina, like Lance's sister. Anyways,
Oh,
I was
wow.
trying to get into like the design again. I've always been like interested in graphic design, but I've never fully committed. So I was doing this back on like, it was on like my iPhone on like an app or something, and I was like, hey, I'll make you a Twitter banner for free. Like, I'm just trying to network basically.
Yeah.
And it worked. So yeah, I was making Twitter banners for there's like a couple more creators I can't even remember. They were like old vloggers back in the day, that I made Twitter banners for. So yeah, that's like the first success, I guess you would say,
Yeah,
on social media. That's crazy.
It's crazy, man, how much you have done. You know what I mean? In general, you've done whether it
ADD,
be
man.
Twitter, literally, bro, Twitter, Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook, you name it, you've done it. Snapchat, you name it, you've done it. You've done it. You've
Feet
done it. You've done
Finder.
it.
Yeah.
Dude, everything, man, everything,
Yeah.
dude. It is
No.
kind of crazy, man.
That's what I know you from. So
Yeah. Knew you were a sub. I knew it.
I knew you were a sub.
Oh
Well,
man.
jumping back to talking about your short form content, because this being kind of a thing that we're obviously lingering to, because this is obviously one of the biggest aspects of your online success.
Yeah.
Something many
yeah.
people who watch YouTube Shorts to TikTok content both seem to dislike is something called part twos, and I
Oh, yeah.
you know about these.
Oh,
For
yeah,
those
I
of our
do.
listeners who don't know what this is a practice of making sure you purposely create a cliffhanger in your video and telling people before the end to check out part two to get the ending of a story. And there are even actually TikTok accounts such as Part Two Cop that purposely go out of their way to
Oh, that guy's
stop
an
or to
asshole.
try and stop.
kidding, I'm kidding.
That guy's an asshole.
Yeah,
Let me
I'm
say,
sorry,
To
I'm
go
sorry.
out of their way to try and stop creators from being able to pull viewers away to a second part by just spoiling the entire story in one single video. There are even hashtags like hashtag end part twos or hashtag no more part twos. And I guess you already answered, but what are your, I guess, thoughts or feelings on people who spoil part twos? And do you think part two content deserves the hate it gets from some people?
Yes, it does deserve the hate. But hear me out. Just hear me out. All right. So I don't know if you guys know like why we do the part twos aside from like getting them to watch the second video. Basically when you're working with companies, that's where you would put your ad is in the part two. So being
right.
a Canadian creator, I had no other way to make money, right?
Oh, right,
And I
okay.
want to do it full time. So part two content was something that I really leaned on and tried to capitalize on. Obviously, it was a trend. I'm not even like I'm pretty sure my team that I'm with, we were like the first ones to start doing part twos. Like if you go way back into into Ron's content and Dan Andre, I think that was like kind of the beginning of the part two phase. But at the same token, like it's a way for Canadian creators to make money is to draw people into that part two. Because obviously I want to do it full time. But it is like I get the like the hate behind it. Like why not just do it in one video? And the thing now is like TikTok, what's the length you can do now on TikTok? It's like
10
I'm
minutes,
not too
right?
sure.
Is it 10 minutes
they've
now?
upped it
Damn.
substantially.
You can also
What?
put it in portrait and
Full yeah.
vertical, and you
I
can
didn't
just
know
watch
that.
like
I
a
should
YouTube-
know that.
People
You
are
should
just
know that.
uploading
I
YouTube
should.
videos.
That's
People
insane.
like
So
used to
10
do
minutes.
that.
But before you
Yeah.
couldn't, right? So like it was like there was a time like you could get away with part twos, but they've since died off. I haven't seen one. I don't know if you guys have seen one. I haven't tried to make one, or I don't think it would even hit.
I
It
don't see
definitely will.
part twos anymore, but I still see, when people purposely say something wrong to farm
That's
engagement, like where it's like, oh, look at this blue
That's-
car and it's like an orange car.
This
And it's like, and everyone in the
Banana.
comments is like, you're a fucking
Yeah.
idiot.
I've
I
never,
do it.
I remember
I do
hearing
it.
about that. I think Coda, it was you I heard about that from, and I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
so smart. Like that's actually such
Yeah.
a small little thing that you can do that'll get people to comment just
Every
to say
video,
you're an
man.
idiot. Like,
Every
dude, it's such a
video.
good idea. I need to start influencing it, like
Dude,
influencing that,
any
start
engagement's good engagement at
Dude,
the
it
end of the
is.
day. And
Negative
it's a
or
harmless
positive.
thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like even with the AI content, I've been actually implementing that on the AI content. So the AI screws up. So it's like a double whammy of just, yeah, I don't know. It's doing that is one of the I would say like a very easy way to go viral. It
Dude.
sounds stupid, but it's like
But it works, man. It
yeah,
works.
you say something just crazy. You call like a I don't know, like you call like an apple a cherry or something like just stupid. Or you come like I said, like banana, you call it like this banana. Like you know what I mean? You say
the
completely
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
And then
Something
you double
that'll
down.
make people comment. Yeah,
Yeah, and you double down again. The next line you say the same thing, and the people are like, "Oh, this guy is stupid. Like, what is he saying?" But any engagement's good engagement at the end of the
Yeah,
day. So
yeah.
you guys know that, right? Like
Yeah, no, of
anyone
course.
commenting, yeah, like that's good for the creators. So
Yeah, it doesn't
I
matter if
think
it's positive or negative. It still
exactly,
helps.
yeah. I think it's a great way to go viral. I think even
That's
today, that's
really
one of
cool.
one of the tricks that are still working. So
That's really cool. Fair play, man. Fair
yeah.
play.
More silence.
Last time we
silence.
had you join us, you mentioned that you were working with a group of influencers and entrepreneurs that were entirely focused on earning money and building their own online numbers as high as possible in the shortest amount of time, usually via using short-based content such as TikTok or YouTube Shorts. The content you all produce is of incredibly similar style, with the camera angles being almost the exact same, the stories normally being very similar, with most being information-based subjects like "you won't believe this" or "the one thing you're not allowed to say is this." How does a group of huge influencers like yourselves operate? Do you all brainstorm ideas together and speak regularly, or is it individual?
No, we definitely brainstorm and work together. As you can tell with the videos, the style of the video, like you said, it comes down to like the camera angle, the editor, what you get the edit, like the transitions, the music, all that stuff. Once you find a working recipe
You
in
just keep using that.
you keep using it, you use and abuse it. And that's the thing, like what I say with like going back to like the Koztent account. Like I know it sounds stupid with the AI stuff, but like that we were using as like a test. So for example, like you would go and test out a video style on a page that is active and alive. Rest in peace to that one because it's not, but you know what I mean. You would, and you
Yeah,
would
no,
bring
yeah.
that information back to like what we do is we bring it back to the guys and be like, hey, so this is what's working. Like try it out, shift your content to this. And I think like honestly, those guys they're like I don't give it like they're a genius with social media. So like I never really had to do like the dissecting of it. They were always the ones who were giving me the secret sauce, if that makes sense. That sounds
Yeah.
pause, not you know what I
No,
mean?
no, but yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
cutting out. I'm cutting out the entire episode apart. From
No, no,
Just
no.
from
You
that-
cannot.
that one
This can't go.
statement.
That can't go in. That can't go in. No. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. I think.
Sorry, this is Ron and Dan, isn't it? Like these guys.
Yeah. This is Ron and Dan. Yeah. So it's
How
like
long
yeah,
have you
we're
known those guys? Because you guys are really you work so well together. It seems like for years
man.
now.
Oh geez.
At least 2+
maybe
years. Because when we last
more.
spoke, you were working with them. With
It was
TikTok
more.
and
It's
stuff.
more. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Do you guys? I don't know if you guys have this in your script. Do you guys know when I was doing TikTok lives?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. That
So
was a newer thing, but yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's like when I kind of got into it. I was #1 in Canada for
Oh,
that at
wow.
one point. Not to toot my own, you look
No,
into
no,
that.
that's
Anyways,
fine.
no, but anyways, so that's where like I met them is like through that, through
That's
like
cool, man.
the online stuff. So I want to say, man, it's got to be like 4 years because Joe,
Yeah.
I've known you for more than 8, no?
We've known nine years. It's 2016, so tonight it's almost a
2016.
decade, man.
So yeah, it'd probably be like 4 years for these
Halfway
guys.
in, yeah,
4. And
yeah.
like I've got to know these guys. They live in Calgary. It's like 16 hours from me. I know them really
wow.
well. It's basically like like we're coworkers. We're not just like
Yeah,
friends. Like we are working as a team. Like my boss, like Ron, he just paid for me to go down to Mexico with him. Like
Oh wow, that's
great
awesome.
guys,
Is that
like
where you
really
were? I remember
great
you said
guys.
you were away to Mexico. Was it just like a little trip, kind of business?
Yeah,
trip, or
it was like 4 days, little business
Oh,
trip,
wow.
a little
That's
relaxed.
awesome, man.
But yeah, it's like they're great guys. That's how I'm trying to get it. Like they're not just like creators. I know like I want like Dan's gonna come down for Canada Day. Like I was telling you, Joe. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
yeah. So Monday. So like we're constantly always like hanging out with each other.
connecting and
Exactly.
speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
It's a friendship, but also a business relationship as
it
well, which is
is, but
great,
that's
dude.
also why I think you would see like our content is so similar, is because also,
You are
it's
learning
attuned to
from each
that.
other and you are working
Yeah.
together to develop what really
Exactly.
is the
Yeah.
best. So no,
Yeah.
fair play, man.
Yeah. Sorry,
Well,
I
I
drug
mean,
that on so far.
no, 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 no. You're totally
But
fine, dude. You're
yeah.
totally
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
It is incredible. These guys have been such a big part, obviously, of course, your online career now, obviously, and they've given you so many tips, and you guys have worked so well together. I mean, it is phenomenal. It's almost hard for me to believe that in just a couple of years, you've managed to accomplish so much online, like genuinely, wholeheartedly. You went from being verified
Thank
on
you.
YouTube, getting your silver play button, which I hope you're gonna have in that office somewhere. I want to see it
I
somewhere in
have
the
it
background.
actually. I do have. I need to put it up.
You need to put it
That's
on, man, bro. Have that thing out, man. That's
Dude,
got to
I
be
should put it
showing,
like
dude.
right up. But man,
Yeah.
honestly, I'm not fulfilled. I'm not. So going back on that is, I wish I wasn't
Give
so
it to me
ADD.
then. I will
No,
put it on my fucking wall
dude,
there.
I want like the gold one. I want, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know more than anyone, Joe. Like, I will get on a project, like I was saying, I'll find success, and as soon as I find that success, I jump off the train.
I
I
think
don't know
it's just
why.
a matter of like you accomplish something and then it's kind of
Yeah, it's
washes
like I
over,
get
gone, and you want to
bored.
do something else more challenging. You're
Yeah,
always chasing a challenge. And I mean,
yeah,
like I said, you got your silver play button. You built such a highly successful formula on both YouTube and TikTok. You've literally gained hundreds of millions of views and over 1 million followers across all your social media accounts combined, which, I mean, dude, that is phenomenal. And I mean, all while you've been doing this, you've also been balancing your personal life and your own struggles now, no doubt, as well.
yeah, yeah.
And I mean, I guess for our final question, this kind of plays into this here. I guess it must make you ask yourself, with all this in mind, what else is there to achieve? What else could I possibly accomplish that I haven't already? And with this in mind, I guess we wanted to know, what does the future look like for you when it comes to creating content? Do you still, like, you want to chase that 1 million plaque? Do you want to keep growing, or what do you feel like is your next mountain to climb?
That's a good question. See, I do. So going back on what I was saying earlier is,
Yeah.
I want to get back into the story content. I really love content like Mr. Ballin, Thoughty 2. There's a bunch of like those, but they're long for, so this, Joe's
Right.
gonna be all pumped up. It's long format. But listen, I want to take that content and that same feel, and that is what I want my challenge to be, is to condense that into short form videos with the same feel and the same story, and have success with that. I don't want to go the AI route, like, because like we were saying, it's not rewarding, it's not fulfilling, it's
It's
not
not as
real.
personal. Yeah.
So I want, like, for me personally, like, aside from the business side, because we also, like, we're the whole other, like, side of the business, we're doing ads and stuff like this for companies. So, like, that's great and all. But at the end of the day, I want my own social media to be alive again and growing and give me purpose. So I would say story content is probably the route I'm going to be going, because it's just what I know. It's what I love. I watch it personally myself. So yeah, that'd be the
Fair,
answer.
man.
I want to get
Fair,
that
man.
gold play button.
Yeah, man, you've got to
Yeah.
have it up, dude. I mean, like I said, it's phenomenal how far you've come already in just a few short years, dude. I can't begin to fathom
Oh,
where you'll
thank
be in
you.
a few more years, man. 100%, dude.
Thank you.
And I'm so, man, like, as a friend, I got to say, dude, it's not only been a pleasure as a friend to see you do all this, man, but also, like, I almost like a privilege as well, dude, because it's like, dude, it's mad how successful you've been on TikTok and on YouTube with shorts. I mean, even getting the play button alone, dude, that was like, wow, man. It's just,
Hey, you're
it's such
close,
a,
man. You're
but no, I
close.
am, man. But dude, you're a huge inspiration of, like, another friend of
No,
mine who's got the play
you are
button.
a
Is like,
huge
dude, that's
inspiration,
like,
man. You are the reason that I'm in the social media space. You alone. I'm not
bro.
trying to, like,
No, no,
Do you
no, no.
guys
I
want
like,
the 5 minutes?
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
please. Yeah,
relax,
please.
relax. No,
Yeah,
dead ass though.
yeah.
Dead ass. The reason I'm into social media is because of Joe. 100%. There's been times where I've jumped out of the social media space, as you know, and I've done blue collar jobs. I've been a crane
Yeah,
operator,
yeah.
Vector crew, but I've always come back and I always see you streaming, pushing
Still
through
around, man.
highs
Still
and
around.
lows, whatever it is. Yeah, you're still around. Doesn't matter. And you've found success. And there's something inspiring in that I've taken personally, and,
I
like,
appreciate it, man.
kind of
Thank you.
applied to, yeah, it's crazy because, like, yeah, I don't obviously tell you enough because we don't speak
No,
as much as we
we,
used to, but
yeah,
you
no, but
really are,
yeah.
you're a big influence in my life and my social media. So
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. And
yeah,
dude, and
no,
likewise,
of
I said
course.
vice versa, dude. It's this is why I've really wanted to get you on the show. I mean, for anybody who's listening right now, watching, I mean, Coda, you obviously know. Koda is essentially our last guest on the podcast for the foreseeable future because we already recorded episode 59. He's episode 58, so this has actually been recorded before, or excuse me, after 59. So, I mean, Koda, I'm so thankful that you can make some time coming here today because this was such an important episode for me, man. I really wanted to get you in here and give you your flowers a little bit. Maybe be like, dude, you've done well for yourself, man. Please be proud of yourself.
Thank you.
Man.
I
know
appreciate
you are,
it.
man. But like, dude, you definitely deserve it, man. And I hope that you have an amazing amount of success with what you're currently doing with your current endeavors, but also personal projects, whether it be online or other things. I really do. Honestly, man, I wish you nothing but the best, bro. I really
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Seriously.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 50 of the Forgotten Podcast. If you've all went to enjoy it, please be sure to drop a like it. And of course, most of all, please go check out Koda. Go check out all his social medias that we will link down below in the description. He's an amazing friend, an amazing guest, and an amazing content creator in general. So Koda, once again, thank you so much for coming on.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you, boys. I appreciate it.
Catman Joe, that's Koda, of course, Koztent, KodaGives, and of course, the man himself, Mr. Mass Cynic. Thank you all for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Have a fantastic night wherever you all are, and we'll see you all in the next episode of the Forgotten Podcast.